Actually, kama wenzangu tu wanajua, kama zile mambo ambayo tunaongea kweli kabisa tunaamini ni kwamba wale wengine ambao labda wanaweka candidates huko, tukubaliane kwamba tuondoe our candidates wache na pesa panya kwa nafasi, maana tunajenga upinzani ambao uko united. Isikuwe tu just kwa mdomo, but pia kwa vitendo.
In short tunasema DCP na style iondoe candidate wake, tubaki na set.
Exactly, vile wamefanya kule Sitarakanite ama namna gani, kuna mgombeaji wa DP amewachiwa, which is a very reasonable thing. Moja friendly fire, askari akipika mwenzake risasi juu anamuua. Si friendly fire, maana risasi tu. Hata kura useme kwamba mimi na nyinyi tuko pamoja, labda mnaenda kampeni, mnangangania zile kura ambazo zitakana kuwa kupigana, mnakaa katikati, unapata kura zenu ni 10,000, mwenye ameshinda ako na 7,000 and combine 10,000. It's just stupidity.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first time George Natembeya is having the same interview and is also telling Rigathi Gachagua to withdraw. The first time he had this interview, he was telling Rigathi Gachagua that he should not vie for president, in that if he comes up, then that's a straight ticket for William Ruto to win. He was actually warning him that he should not vie for president. Now he has come out again on the same media station to tell Rigathi Gachagua to withdraw the DCP candidate. I have no problem with him expressing himself on these particular platforms. But for me, as an analyst, I'm able to see that there are things that are happening in opposition, most likely that are not good. Because it's expected that these kind of matters can be discussed in private. Someone said in English that you don't air dirty linen in the public. So I felt like probably when you come out on media and be able to express yourself in such a way that you did, then it's a clear indication that probably within the coalition, there's no proper structures of communication. There are no proper structures of communication. So it becomes difficult for people to express themselves. Or maybe Natembeya is not considered, or maybe DAP party is not considered as a serious party within the opposition. So therefore, in a nutshell, I am seeing so many things within the opposition, and that is what I want to take you through here on this particular channel. But before I do so, ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know this. If the DCP party and the DAP party lose that seat in Malava, then the fact remains it will be the end of even the Taiwan movement and the serious crippling of the entire opposition within the Western region. I'm telling you, first of all, I was surprised that they could have brought, me actually even thought, if it's a by-election in Western Kenya, probably even that one of Ford Kenya could have been considered. But now, when William Ruto developed the courage to bring the UDA party, regardless of what has been happening across, especially on the extrajudicial killings, abductions, high cost of living, plus many other allegations, I knew that then William Ruto has decided to make the UDA party again very, very popular, and most importantly, assume the naysayers and decided to do his work. So in a nutshell, if these people in opposition lose that seat because of mistakes like now this division of votes, it will be the start of their fall. By-elections are the ones that built the UDA party, especially that one of Kiamba. Equally, the by-elections that we are going to have from the central Kenya, the one from Mbeere North, where the DAP candidate is going to stand, and that one of Malava, they are going to be very serious indicators on the direction in which the Western Kenya and the Mount Kenya are going to take in 2027. And it will be a clear proof that these guys are either strong or weak. So this is a must-win situation for them. And therefore, it's a deal they could have even sat down and agreed, no, let's give the DCP party candidate the role. Or maybe let's get off Panyako to DCP. I mean, they agree on some framework to ensure at least they have gotten the party is well organized, and also the opposition also having their say within this kind of operations, so that we can have harmony. Because it could have been nice to have one candidate as the opposition team and take him forward. But now, it wrangles until Natembeya has to come on TV to say what is happening there. Ladies and gentlemen, if William Ruto wins that seat, it will be the start of the revival of UDA in the Western Kenya region, and most importantly, Musalia Mudavadi, because he is key on this kind of an election. It will prove that he's good, smart, and stuff. So therefore, it is a do or die situation for both the opposition and, of course, the government. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been seeing the opposition going for various talks, meetings here and there, chaired by Kalonzo Musyoka. What do these people really share there if they cannot sort out a small issue like agreeing who is going to be the flag bearer of the opposition in such a particular by-election. On this particular channel, I want to take you through on what is happening there, ladies and gentlemen. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give the channel. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. One thing I was able to read from the opposition is this. After Natembeya spoke, I could tell that there's no harmony within the opposition. The way they talk things, the way they engage, it's not in a harmonious way. Everyone is doing things in a scattered manner. Because we are not having a statement coming from the opposition, regardless of having, despite having a spokesperson that is Mukisa Kitui. This is the time he needs to come out, give a press statement and say, in Mbeya North, we are having DAP party. In Malava, we are having DCP or we are having DAP party. In Banisa, we are having such a person. In Kasipul, we have Wiper. If you go to Gunja, we have Wiper or maybe another party. It is essential for him to do that so that we can see there's some order within the opposition. But now when we see this scattered way of doing things, it makes most of the supporters of the opposition to be hopeless on this particular team. They'll see them as disorganized. They see that they will not unite. And you know, if they allow conflicts to emerge, that is a clear sign that unity will not be there. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I was able to note is this. We need to reduce our expectations on this opposition team. I am personally reaching a point I need to calm down and relax and be normal. You know, Gachagua does his campaigns, he has put us somewhere there. We need to relax a bit. As much as they are the alternative government we have in 2027, we need to be so relaxed and reduce our hopes in them. Because if they cannot agree on something small like this of a by-election, they cannot come up with a team, then how the hell are we going to sit down and start believing them to take William Ruto home in 2027 as united opposition? It will be difficult. Let us reduce our hopes and relax and be normal and allow politics to play its own course, because people will be depressed, not because of anything, because of this kind of decisions. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, I was able to learn from here is this. The people in opposition are different in terms of habit, character, and even whatever they do as intellectual people. Why am I saying this? If they cannot sit down and agree, then there's something missing somewhere. Because as I speak today, I don't think Natembeya could be having a problem to reach Rigiji and tell him, Rigiji, drop your DCP candidate from Malava. I don't think that stops him. I don't think Mukisa Kitui does not have the ability to read the ground in Malava and go tell Gachagua, no, get the DCP candidate out of the race. So in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a strong feeling that these people probably are not compatible. They cannot sit down and agree and share some things here and there. Because the type of characters that were brought together by the one-time thing, probably they're having different ideas, different objectives, which they want to achieve in different ways. So that could also be an issue. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, Malala should be looked into seriously. It's a man, DCP party has to be very careful about it. The moment Malala exited the UDA party, it no longer became the same party. The moment he left the ANC party, it never became the same party. As you speak today, actually it is sold. It is already within the UDA party, it is swallowed. So in a nutshell, there is no way you people can fail to see Malala from a different angle. You have to be very careful with Cleophas Malala. I'm not being a prophet of doom, but I'm just telling you, the behavior of a person of that of Malala is one thing. This gentleman is a very nice orator. He is educated probably. And when he holds the mic, he does it best. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the same guy that is alleged that he was built by a house by William Ruto. Given a job by William Ruto to be the Secretary General of the party, UDA. Last but not least, he was allowed to sit in the cabinet with other cabinet secretaries. That is a huge privilege. So therefore, it's not just a common man we are dealing with here. This is Cleophas Malala. See you next time for more videos. My name is Mukwa.